This MMO has been around for a while and has cultivated a loyal fan base. They love the open world PvP, the many classes, the infinite leveling, the dynamic profession and trade system, the unique combo style and combat, and of course, the beautiful graphics. Hello everyone, Kai Reviews here. Today we are looking at Black Desert Online. Originally released in 2014, this game has been able to stay pretty alive as far as MMO health goes. They have events all the time. They introduce a new class almost every year, or maybe even more. But we have to ask, is this game worth trying in 2025? Gameplay is very fun here. After picking your gender-locked class and starting your adventure, you will run around and do quests and kill monsters. During the most recent event, the fastest way to level was just spam R on quest givers. Move to the next quest giver, then spam R a bunch more. If you want to take it slow and grind mobs, which is also a good way to level, you can just find a good mob you want to kill and kill it quickly as you can. Though it is an MMO and most of the content is going to be unlocked by reaching max level and doing quests. Fighting not your thing? Not to worry, as there are plenty of non-combat skills you can also level. Cooking, crafting, you can even level and breed your horses. Story is something like your character lost his memory and now this black spirit is guiding you to make you strong again. My theory is the spirit sacrificed his power to bring you back from the death and is getting you stronger so it can take over your body and rule the world or something. But that's the main quest. This world really is vast and even has several starting areas with their own main missions, guiding you to the max level. When I say max level, I mean like 60, 61, because there's not really a limit on levels. We'll get into more of that later. Graphics are probably the best in any MMO on the market. An argument could be made for Final Fantasy XIV, but I really think these are superior. The audio is also nice, though some sounds quickly rose to the level of annoyance for me. Like when the Black Spirit wants to talk to you and makes echoey noises, or when your horse is having a fit for whatever reason and spams horse noises when you are just sitting there trying to watch a YouTube video on where to grind or how to unlock a boat. This game does run very well, surprisingly so, with how good everything looks and how much crap is happening all at once. However, I do get lag spikes, hardware related lag spikes, and latency related lag spikes. It was not common and they only lasted half a second, but they did happen once or twice an hour. For someone who is looking for a completely flawless experience, just make sure your PC is over $10,000. But for normal people, these small spikes were only noticeable and did not really impact gameplay at all, though it did almost get me killed on a boss once. So for anyone unfamiliar with the progression of an MMORPG, you make your character, you level up, get better gear, do harder stuff, get even better gear, do even harder stuff, and so on and so forth. This game takes a slight twist to that. Instead of the endless cycle of doing harder content, you just join a bunch of other random players and slay a world boss and pray the RNG gods are on your side. If they are, and you get a super good item, congratulations, you got your class's best in slot. Not all the time, but if you do, now you just gotta upgrade it. Use some black stones and pump those numbers up to, well, I'm not really sure the max, but it is really high and your item will most likely break. So then you just need to kill the boss and get another one, or become rich and buy it from the market and upgrade it all over again, trying to get it one level stronger than the last one. It is a different system that makes in-game currency and out-of-game currency a little more involved with getting stronger. The amount of game here is actually just way too much. In order to do a profession, you gotta do daily quests and normal quests to build up contribution points to buy houses, bank space, horse stables, carpentry workstations, a mill, a smithy. There's like 15 of these different stations to do different professions. A lot of them work together, which I believe is supposed to make the economy go round. On some wagons, they need metal and wood and someone with the know-how to put it all together. You can level on one character to infinity. However, as of recording, max level NA is currently a dude named Nursey who's level 69. 69. Apologies if I said it wrong. Leveling at that level probably takes a few months of grinding for hours a day. It's not reasonable to reach that level, but the idea of the option being there is pretty fun. The innovation for this game is different compared to modern Western MMOs. However, I do think this is the standard for MMOs in the Asian market, which is where this game first came out. I do know the gender locking on classes is standard in Eastern MMOs, as is the daily login rewards, but even the combat system might be unique over there. Difficulty is real here. Mainly being a PvP game, there are always players who can kill you, unless you're like some kind of mad super gamer, but that's player versus player. What about player versus environment? Well, yeah, with the bosses, there is plenty of hard content to go around, and you could always pick a fight with mobs far stronger than you. But what are the real benefits for challenging yourself? Just better chance at loot, I think. Leveling was super easy, and even at max levels, most things that fit your level and gear score are pretty easy to deal with. But with PvP, mini bosses, field bosses, and a big world boss, even a weekly boss, you will probably die a lot until you learn what the hell is happening on your screen. Multiplayer is, well, the point of this game, with a big chat hub to ask dumb questions in, or, seek noob help, is always hosting some kind of conversation. The community here is very nice, but a lot of players will tell you the true endgame is just PvP. On top of a pretty healthy player base, SteamDB shows 13k players as of recording with a daily peak of 18k. Keep in mind, that's only the Steam numbers. They got this on PlayStation and Xbox, they even have a mobile version, all on separate servers. Also, a lot of PC players don't even play on Steam, using their own native launcher instead, and who knows how big this is still in Asia. My point being, it's not going anywhere. This game is really fun, from the infinite grinding to the boss fights to the PvP, the horse breeding system, the profession and trade system. There's just so much to enjoy here. With the beautiful world and a kind community, it is just unfortunate it is so hard to learn. I made trial classes of almost everything and read through every damn ability, and the combat may be a big draw for some players. It's also a huge deterrent for others. With a pay-to-win system and very expensive cosmetics, with some things just being complicated. Like the map disappears in the desert, crafting a boat is just hard, and don't even get me started on the well teleport portals. Finding a good spot to grind is annoying, and RNG drops fueling the entire economy is just that random. Plus you gotta feed your horse, you gotta feed your pets, you gotta feed your damn workers. Man, want to just mount up and go exploring? Sounds all fine and good until a random high-level mob just one-shots your horse, leaving you to auto-run 30 minutes back to the stable, or you die and teleport. Plus, if you want to actually farm the bosses, you basically need a level 60 character at every spawn, and follow the website timers that tell you when one spawns. If you are too slow, or even at the wrong boss spawn, you will miss it, and there goes your chance for loot. On top of finally playing your character through all of the levels and getting to 56 or 57, completing your long-awaited awakening, and suddenly every single one of your abilities changes, which makes playing your character for the first 56 or 57 levels and learning those moves completely pointless. There really is a lot to love in this game, but man, there is a lot of questionable content as well. This game is an MMORPG, so this space does have a lot of competition, and I have even done many reviews of other MMO games. However, none of them really have this type of combat, or professions, or progression style, so comparing them directly would just be mean, I feel. The uniqueness is what has kept this game in business for so long, and I feel it will continue to keep them alive for years to come. I give this game a 7 out of 10. If you can learn this game, there is a decade of game here to explore, with more stuff being added all the time. But the steep learning curve with very little to no in-game explanations or breakdowns, almost all of your information has to come from, well, YouTube channels. I found a channel for things like how to set up your ability cooldown icons, which really should just be defaulted as on in the game itself. But with so much to learn, I find myself literally reading a 30 30-page document on how to play a Sage. This shit should be optional, not required to PvP at even an entry level. Even after reading that entire document, I joined a PvP match and got instantly killed 3 times in a row. The complicatedness, the lack of clarity in almost everything, from how to upgrade your weapons to event rewards, it's just a mess. Yeah, you can figure it out by clicking around for a while, but why should one put so many hours learning how to play and not just play? If you disagree, tell me why. Thank you for watching. I hope you found something here helpful, and if I did, why not subscribe? And if you're still bored, why not watch any other of my videos? Have a fantastic day, and I will see you down the path, gamers.